a doozy of a comment. I'm just going to read it right away and let's get into it, shall we? Do you really think your low neckline, in parentheses, and we know you know what is meant, helps get your lesson, your wonderful ways for us to cope? Do you think respect might still mean something? Wear this out with your husband or boyfriend when you go to a club. Or don't you think what you have to say is important enough? Well, seeing as you're such a visual person, I thought I would give you more of the same. And we, do you mean you and I? Or do you mean that narcissistic thing of everybody's looking at your, right? Tatas, whatever you want to call them. Oh, here, let me give you some choices since you're so visual. I'm not going to waste my chalk on this, but yeah. And the backhandedness, your wonderful message or whatever you put, negated by everything else in your commentary. Isn't it interesting? I read through the comments on it. Oh, and by the way, here's the dress. There's the dress. That you would wear that to the club. I would not wear that to the club. That is not club worthy. Not that I go to clubs anymore because, like, hey, I'm 58, not really into the club scene at this point in my life. I do go dancing and things like that, but not the club, and not in that daytime dress that I was wearing, which, by the way, is ever so fabulous. I love that dress. I love this dress too, and I love my body that belongs to me, that I get to show in any way, shape, and form I choose to. I'm a survivor of CSA. My earliest memories are of my grandfather. That's where it began. So I got taught this lesson that my body doesn't belong to me. And now it does. And it's taken years and years and years to get to the point where I have confidence in my body and how I look, and I get to dress any way I choose. And if you're offended because you're just so visual like this, then, go on by. If you can't hear my message because you're offended by the way that I dress, or are you offended for me? Are you trying to protect me from myself? I'm a beautiful person inside and out. And it's taken me a long time to reach this point of absolute unconditional love for myself. I was I wasn't raised. I was groomed up in unconditional hate by my mother, which left me with a plethora of coping mechanisms that were all directed at harming myself. One of which was actually ED. And here you come body shaming me and my tatas. Can you tell? Can you tell this is not working? Are you getting the message that this isn't working? That your judgmental attitude on you assuming that because I have a little bit of cleavage showing, I actually was going to choose a mega cleavage dress, but I'm on my way out to enjoy the beautiful sunshine here in the Canary Islands, in this life that I've built where I'm traveling the world, working in different locations. That takes a lot of confidence to just go blindly out there and go different places and rent Airbnbs and, all of that. Do you know that? And it's because I have this confidence that your words don't strike me at my core. My mother attacked my body day in and day out. Fat ass, she would call me. Funny that she would pick the one thing I couldn't even see accurately to know if it was true or not. So I just assumed it was. The one time she complimented me on my body, I weighed about 80 pounds, and she told me how good I looked. I was skin and bones, literally. I was starving myself, basically to death. And fortunately, I got a hold of that, and I came out of that. I have struggled with body dysmorphia my entire life. I still struggle with it. As much as I love my body, I still struggle with it at the same time. I don't even know what else to say to you here, other than the fact that you put this comment on a video where I'm talking about how trauma doesn't make us stronger. Healing does. And this is what it looks like. Not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about how they decide, what they decide to attach, what value to me. I think you get what I'm saying, because I'm not doing retakes on this. So, like, I am walking through life from the inside out, and it's taken so much work to get here. And my tolerance for toxicity is well below my feet, buried. I said 20 feet down the other day. I'm going to go thousands of feet down. And your words fall on deaf ears. I only address you for all the people out there who would be impacted by a person's opinion who means nothing to them. And a lot of us who are survivors of any kind of abuse, but narcissistic abuse in particular, we run through a lot of our life worrying about what people are going to think, because we were raised to believe, groomed to believe, that other people's opinions define who we are. And when we start to heal, we turn that around. And this is what it looks like. You don't define any part of me. You don't define how I show up in the world. You don't hijack my emotions. You have zero power. You are welcome to stay here. You are welcome to comment away, because at the end of the day, you're just another person on the internet whose opinion doesn't matter to me. The people who matter to me are the ones who are here to actually heal or learn about how to help one of their loved ones heal. To sensitize people to what it looks like to walk through life with no family, because you're raised in a narcissistic family system and it was your bad luck to end up being the scapegoat, because it's usually us scapegoats who escape. I would say I wish you the kind of day that you deserve, but I just don't feel like being snarky. I think I hit it well enough today with you. So I actually do wish you a wonderful day. Have a good one.